see everyone here on this beautiful afternoon. And again, thanks to that string ensemble that played for us so beautifully. My name is Anton Arns. I'm immediate past president of the Topeka High Historical Society and still on the Historical Society board. And boy, am I excited for today, as I bet you are too, right? Okay, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to honor our 2025 inductees to the Topeka High School Graduate Hall of Fame today and our distinguished staff honoree. I first want to recognize any VIP guests that we have in the audience and invite them to stand if they are present. So if we have any former inductees into the Topeka High School Graduate Hall of Fame, you can stand, or distinguished staff. Dr. Tiffany Anderson and other Topeka Public School board members. Okay. City Council or Mayor. Okay. Dr. Julie Mazurchek, President of Washburn. Larry Bates is on her list, so I thought maybe she'd be here. Former and current Topeka High School faculty, administration, or staff. And finally, last but not least, the 2025 Topeka High School Historical Society Board of Directors. The Board of Directors members who make today possible. Hey. Before we go any further, I'm going to remind you that we do have restrooms available. There are restrooms on the mezzanine, which is upstairs, and there are also restrooms out in the main hall at the far east end, right here adjacent to the library when you're out in the main hall. So if you need to use that restroom, it's a bi-gender restroom, so you'll just need to keep an eye out while you're in there. It's a good time now to highlight and say thanks to Ned Nussbaum and all the other people who have been instrumental in supporting and building the Topeka High School Historical Society over the past 40 years. Just yesterday, we celebrated our 40th anniversary of the Topeka High School Historical Society. Paul Fink had preliminary conversations with Topeka High graduates during his tenure as principal from 1973 to 78 about involving alumni in preserving the architecture, traditions, and heritage of Topeka High School. With the active support and involvement of Principal Ned Nussbaum, who was principal 1984 to 95, and the leadership of Ed Love, class of 1939, and the Topeka High Historical Society was organized in 1985. Dr. Nussbaum set the tone of open communications between the Historical Society and Topeka High administration that has been maintained over the entire 40 years. He provided a room in the building for an initial office on the 3rd floor, and then in 1993, generously designated what used to be called the model apartment, or room 224, as the office for the Historical Society, where we still have our main office. We appreciate Topeka High principals Dr. Patty Pressman, 95 to 2002, Clardy Vincent, 2002 to 6, Dr. Linda Wiley, 2006 to 16, and Rebecca Morrissey from 2016 to 2023, and our current principal, Mr. Dustin Dick. Watch your social media and announcements for information about how we at the Historical Society are celebrating our 40th year this year. So I invite you now to stand as the Topeka High School Marine Corps Junior ROTC Color Guard presents the colors, and the Madrigals sing the national anthem. Chief Warrant Officer Tim Graham or First Sergeant Michael Miller are the ROTC instructors. The Madrigals will sing the national anthem. You may take your seat. And now we're going to get that special privilege of hearing a song or two more from the Topeka High Madrigals. So take it away.
Our first song
I got
is Set Me as a
help. Order. On. Ready? Cut. Ready? Cut. I got dismissed.
my, what about those madrigals? And I don't know what was more fun, listening to their music, watching her sing, or watching Mary Solshapa as their director give them direction. That was like a living instrument out there. Really great job, madrigals. Oh. Okay. So now I get the privilege of introducing our present principal, Mr. Dustin Dick, who is in his third year at Topeka High School. And if you want some information about him, I'm going to leave it to him to tell you about himself. So I introduce to you Mr. Dustin Dick.
Good afternoon. I'd like to take a minute real quick and just recognize the formal principal in the room, Dr. Ned Nussbaum, who makes it back there. Rebecca Morrissey was unable to attend today, but she typically attends as well. And Dr. Anderson should be here soon. She was traveling in from Kansas City, but she plans to be here any minute probably. It's my privilege to welcome you to Topeka High School and to this year's Graduate Hall of Fame celebration, hosted by the Topeka High Historical Society. This afternoon, we gather to honor the legacy of Trojan excellence, past, present, and future. We recognize and celebrate distinguished alumni who have carried the Trojan spirit into their lives and careers, leaving a lasting impact on their communities and the world. As we reflect on their achievements, it's also fitting to take a brief look at the current state of Topeka High. I'm proud to share that THS remains a strong school with a rich history and a vibrant, diverse student body that reflects the strength of our community. Academically, we continue to thrive. We offer a wide range of advanced placement and honors courses. In recent years, our graduation rates have steadily risen, exceeding both state and national averages. Student performance on state assessments and other measures of academic success has also consistently grown. Our teaching staff is remarkable. Topeka High is enriched by a diverse faculty, including international educators from Spain and the Philippines, who bring global perspectives to our classrooms and broaden the horizons of our students. We are also proud to be the only dual language high school in the state of Kansas, with many of our graduates each year earning the seal of biliteracy along with their diploma. The Trojan experience extends far beyond our classrooms. Our students continue to honor our proud traditions in athletics, music, ROTC, and theater. Just last year, our Trojan theater troupe achieved the distinction of being the first Title I high school selected to perform on the main stage at the Kansas Thespian Festival, a true testament to their talent and hard work. Innovation is also alive within our halls. Our entrepreneurial students are running the Trojan Cup Coffee Shop, the Trojan Union Apparel Store, and soon, our own student-run school bank, the Trojan Vault, in partnership with Invista Credit Union. These ventures give students real-world experience while strengthening the spirit of initiative and leadership. Whatever your passion, academics, arts, athletics, or innovation, you can find it here at Topeka High. Our students continue to prove that the halls of Troy are filled with opportunity, pride, and excellence. This afternoon, as we induct new members into the Graduate Hall of Fame, we celebrate not only their individual accomplishments, but also the enduring legacy of Topeka High School. Thank you all for being here, for your continued support, and for helping keep Trojan traditions alive and thriving. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Dick. And now, the time you've been waiting for, because I want to introduce Ms. Judy Sewell, who is going to come up, former math teacher at Topeka High and class of 1958, who will do the introductions of our inductees. Judy.
first honoree is Pamela Johnson Betts, graduate from Topeka High School in 1968. As a Trojan, she was a senior representative, a member of the Usher Club, and all-school party queen. After graduation from Topeka High School in 1972, she earned a BA in social work from Washburn University, and in 1974, a Master of Social Work from Kansas University. In the following years, she attended several programs in school development and executive development. Pam has had an extensive career, primarily focused on public service and education, beginning in 1974. Positions she held include school social worker, Director of Government and Community Relations in Kansas Department of Health and Education, Adjunct Instructor at Washburn University, Executive Director for the Kansas African American Affairs Commission, Secretary of the Kansas Department of Aging, and most recently, Ombudsman for the Topeka Public Schools and its foundation. Her talents have given voice to the disenfranchised, whether they be youth, seniors, or minorities. Her work through the decades has served as a model for young, local African American girls and women. She also has worked to assist and support others to assume leadership positions. Pam was born and raised in the Topeka community, and for the past 45 years, she's been a leader who has given back to the Topeka community and the state of Kansas. Serving in the capacity of the Education Foundation Director, her efforts at fundraising for the Topeka Public Schools has produced positive outcomes for parents, staff, students, and the district at large. She has worked to achieve funding for several grants and scholarships for high schools in Topeka. Her leadership has helped to raise money for teacher-initiated classroom grants and emergency funding for Topeka school families and students in crisis. We thank Pam for the work she's done to improve education in our community. Pam is a mother of 3 sons, Chaswell, who is deceased, Brent, and Blake. Principal Dick, it is my honor and privilege to present Pamela Johnson Betts for induction into the Topeka High School Hall of Fame. Pamela was not able to be here today, so this award will be accepted by her son, Blake. Our second honoree is Alan Greiner, who graduated from Topeka High School in 1987. He was quite active during his 4 years as a Trojan. He sang in the Trojan choir and madrigals, was president of the German Club, and a King of Courts attendant. He was an important member of the Trojan football team, which led Coach Kokolas to say, "Alan caught a lot of tough passes when they really counted." After graduating from Topeka High, Alan attended Brown University, where he received a BA degree in anthropology, and then KU Medical Center, earning his MD degree. He later returned to Kansas University to earn a master's degree in public health. He has worked at the University of Kansas Medical Center his entire career in the departments of family medicine and community health, the Department of Preventive Medicine and Public Health, and the Department of Health Policy and Management. He has worked tirelessly throughout his career to promote urban and rural health in Kansas. Since 2004, he's been the medical officer of the Wyandotte County United Government Health Department. He started and has maintained the JDOC free clinic in Wyandotte County, which is run by medical students. He was a positive force in fighting the COVID-19 pandemic in Wyandotte County and throughout Kansas. He has spent and continues to spend time with the American Indian populations doing both patient care and research on reservations in Kansas. Alan has been published multiple times and has received millions of dollars in research-based grants. He's taught and mentored medical students, research students, and younger colleagues. While doing all of this, he has continued to do patient care at the KU Medical Center, whether it be clinical hours in family medicine or working holidays and weekends in acute inpatient care. In 2020, he was awarded the Nason Family Professorship and has received the Chancellor's Excellence in Teaching Annual Fellowship Award, which is the university's highest teaching honor. Alan has received a number of other awards and recognitions for his work as a physician and a teacher. Alan has definitely demonstrated his passion for improving care and addressing public health among underserved communities and those from diverse social and cultural settings. We can look forward to following Alan's career as he continues to mentor younger colleagues and to improve health care for his patients and for those in more rural areas of Kansas. Alan has two sisters, Ann and Laura, and brother Will, all of whom were Topeka High School graduates. He has two children, Alexandra and Reese. Alan's mother, Sarah, who now lives in Lenexa, was a strong supporter of Topeka High School and her 4 Trojan children. Principal Dick, it is my honor and privilege to present K. Allen Griner Jr. for induction into the Topeka High School Hall of Fame.
If you will indulge me for a moment, I want to say a few words because I know everyone here is a Topeka High School supporter, and I want to just say a few things about my time and the influence that this place has had on me. First, though, I want to thank Judy, I want to thank Mr. Ahrens, I want to thank the Historical Society, Principal Dick, Principal Nussbaum, my principal, my family members who are here. My sister Ann nominated me for this award. She's kind of a rock star for doing so. Thank you, Ann. My brother Will's here. My mother Sarah's here. My partner, Dr. Jennifer McKinney's here. My kids couldn't make it, Alexander and Reese. But I did have some friends actually helped Ann. A couple of them couldn't be here. Jason Robertson and Mike Holloway. Chris Carter, another one of our close friends, is here. I really want to thank all those folks, as well as other family friends. I hope I'm not forgetting anyone. But the big thank you goes to this place. When I was here as a student, I knew this was a special place and it was having an impact on me in different ways. But I really didn't know how until I got away to Brown University, one of the most liberal universities, they say, in the United States. And Sarah, I'm not going to get into a bunch of politics about public health and vaccines today. We're going to skip that for today's talk. But at a very liberal university, what I found is people in many ways weren't as open-minded as the students and teachers and leaders I spent 4 years with here. There's something special about this building, about the students that are here, about the diversity of the student body. I found something very similar in Wyandotte County. I don't know how many folks have spent time there, but when you have a community on the Santa Fe Railroad where there are free slave settlements in your town or near your community, where there's a lot of different things going on, and in some ways those urban adjacent communities have been a little left behind. There's tons of opportunity, but there's also great strength and something that people can build on. And I will just say that all those things that Judy read off would not have been possible without this place. College didn't do it for me, medical school didn't do it the same way for me. The things like riding to football practice in East Topeka are what did it for me. And that, again, that open-mindedness from learning chemistry from Mr. Ahrens and thinking about how their chemical interactions at the cellular level, all the way to thinking about a big community of 100,000 people. A lot of doctors don't think that way, and many of you have probably experienced that. You know, what communities like Wyandotte County and Central Topeka need is physicians and professionals who think across the spectrum, from the minute science at the cellular level and DNA to what happens when 20,000 people are interacting and how's that going to play out. And the problem we have these days is we're not thinking about community, about populations. We're shifted a little bit, in my opinion, libertarian, right? Which you don't need vaccines if it's just you hunker down in your bunker, but you do need them if there's 5,000 people around. And the students here, I know, are still learning it. It's almost 40 years later for me, but I know they're still learning the same things and are going to go out into the world and do great things. So I'm just proud to be a Trojan. I want to say thank you to all of you for being here. Thank you to the Historical Society for honoring me today. And hoy hoy mighty Troy, keep up the great work.
Graduated from Topeka High School in 1944. During his years as a Trojan, he was a member of the Ramblers basketball team. Topeka High students during those years were always aware of the war that was going on. An article in the 1944 told about Joe Trojan, who, regardless of age or situation, would answer the call to the colors. Ira Hutchinson did just that by joining the United States Navy following his high school graduation. After service to his country, he enrolled in Kansas State University, graduating in 1950 with a BS degree in physical education and recreation. His first employment was as recreation director at the Topeka State Hospital. In 1963, he moved to New York City, where he worked rehabilitating emotionally disturbed hospital patients. During his years in New York City, he earned a master's degree in therapeutic recreation from Columbia University. He then moved to Washington, D.C., where he worked for the National Recreation and Park Association. In 1972, he joined the Park Service as Chief of Community Programs for the National Capital Region in Washington, D.C. In 1977, he was named the first African American Deputy Director of the National Park Service. In that position, he oversaw more than 300 park and recreation areas throughout the United States with over 18,000 employees. He founded the Roundtable Associates, an organization for African American professionals in the field of parks, recreation, and conservation. In 1983, Ira moved to the office of Secretary of the Interior, where his mission was to increase opportunities for women and minorities. He organized a cooperative education program with 15 historically black colleges. He continued his work in the office of the Secretary of the Interior until his retirement from the federal government in 1994. Ira received a number of distinguished service and achievement awards, including the Cornelius Emery Pugsley National Medal for his contribution to parks and conservation. Considering he graduated from an integrated high school that was still segregated in activities and athletics, he had an amazing lifetime career. As he advanced to an impressive position in the government, he continued to lift minorities and women right along with him. We can be proud that he was a Topeka High School Trojan. Ira passed away in 2011. He's survived by his wife, Patricia, and children, Scott, Kendall, Carrie, and Angela, and 8 grandchildren. He was preceded in death by 2 daughters, Rhonda and Michelle. Principal Dick, it's my honor and privilege to present Ira Jane Hutchinson for induction into the Topeka High School Hall of Fame. This award will be received by his son, J. Scott Hutchinson.
Good afternoon. I'd like to express thanks to the Historical Society for the invitation, for the honor of induction of my father into the Topeka High School Hall of Fame. I was asked to speak. There is, in terms of my father's achievements and his awards, there's nothing that I can add to that. It makes me absolutely proud, but I think one of the things that maybe I could share just a little bit about what it was like growing up with my dad here in Topeka. I've mentioned I didn't have the honor of going to Topeka High. I did, however, I went to Loma Hill across the street, and I flew in last night as I was driving around today, just kind of looking at some of the old landmarks, and I drove by Gage Park, well, what it's now been renamed, and I noticed one of the first experiences that I remember with my father was actually when we were at Gage Park, and he introduced me to the water for the first time. And I remember even in the shallowest of the pool, I couldn't stand up. And so he's holding me, and it was my first experience with water. And it's also one of the first experiences that I have and memories of my dad. Of course, later I learned how to swim a little bit, and there at Gage Park, I went off a high dive, jumped off for the first time. I don't think I've been off a high dive this high since then, and now I can tell you how old I am. But it's some amazing experiences. I remember it was mentioned that one of my father's first jobs was with Topeka State, and one of the first times that myself and my older sister saw fireworks was when my dad was helping to present those. They used to have, I don't know if they still do that to this day, but then it was the 4th of July, it was a very big event. And I remember being afraid of the fireworks, and my dad helping out with that, and one of his colleagues actually getting injured one of those times. But that, and I didn't have a chance to go by today, but I remember my dad used to take us to a site called Burnett's Mound. And I wanted to drive by and see what it's like today, because then it was enormous. Now it was probably just a water tank on the hill. But yeah, it was amazing. One of the reasons that I didn't go to Topeka High was, of course, we followed my dad when he went to New York and then to DC. I attended Boswell Junior High School. It was my last school year here in Topeka. And of course, it's no longer there, but it was an honor. I did have a chance to see the auditorium when I was young, coming to the Symphony Orchestra League presentations where I sat up there in the balcony with my mom. And I've always admired the building. And my older sister did go to Topeka High. She was a Trojan. She was in the band, along with Cheryl Hutchison. But you know, we have the utmost honor and privilege to have Ira J. Hutchison as our father, and some of those experiences that we've had a long way from here, New York, Washington. But thanks again so much for having us and inducting my father. Great honor. Just doesn't stop. Thank you so much.
Our final honoree for the Topeka High School Hall of Fame this year is Sam Lux. Sam graduated from Topeka High School in 1958 with second honors. He was a member of Representative Council and Tea Club. He sang with the Madrigals and had the lead in the musical his senior year. He also wrote and narrated the presentation of The Christmas Story his senior year. After high school graduation, he attended Rice Institute and later earned a BA degree from Kansas University. He earned his medical degree from Kansas University Medical School. He was an intern and resident in pediatrics at Children's Hospital in Boston, Massachusetts. From 1969 through 1972, he was a lieutenant commander in the U.S. Public Health Service Commission Corps. He was a research fellow in pediatrics at Harvard Medical School in Boston, Massachusetts, and a clinical fellow in hematology at Children's Hospital in Boston. Sam has been an outstanding professor at Harvard Medical School for over 50 years and has received numerous prestigious teaching awards. A letter of recommendation was written by Dr. Zahn, a chaired professor of pediatrics at Harvard. He said, quote, "Sam has mentored me throughout my career, helping me to make excellent choices, which has allowed me to reach my present position. It is through Sam's wisdom and guidance and tough love that some of us have gotten to where we are today. He has a very unique ability to make people around him achieve excellence." End of quote. Dr. Zahn stated that Sam's teaching and mentoring has been superb. He had 162 trainees while he was in charge of the hematology department, and 92% of those are now full or associate professors. He said this is just an amazing accomplishment for any individual, and as a result, he won the Mentoring Award for the American Society of Hematology. He was the very first awardee for this honor, which clearly shows he is the absolute model for mentoring. He enjoys excellence and pushing people to do far better than they would ever have done on their own. A second letter of support, which we did not ask for, he sent on his own, was received from Dr. George Q. Daly, Dean of the Harvard School of Medicine, who also was a student of Sam's. Dr. Daly wrote, quote, Dr. Samuel Lux IV is an internationally renowned physician, scientist, educator, and administrator whose pioneering work transformed the understanding of red blood cell disorders and advanced care for countless children at Boston's Children's Hospital. His leadership, mentorship, and groundbreaking research have inspired generations of clinicians and earned him the highest international honors in hematology. Sam's legacy is defined by compassionate patient care, scientific brilliance, and tireless dedication to education and the academic community. As Dean of Harvard Medical School, I am honored to celebrate such an illustrious member of our faculty. Topeka High School should be justifiably proud of this most distinguished graduate. End of quote. We honor and thank Sam for the work he's done in this field of medicine. We can be proud knowing that his academic career began as a Topeka High School Trojan. Principal Dick, it's my honor and privilege to present Samuel E. Lux IV for induction into the Topeka High School Hall of Fame. Unfortunately, Sam was not able to be here today due to a chronic health issue so he is unable to travel. As a fellow student of the class of 1958, I'm humbly honored to accept this award for Sam. Since Sam was not able to be here today, he wrote a written response, which I would like to relay to you. Society members, honored guests, and friends, I want to thank Joan Barker and the Topeka High School Historical Society for this enormous honor. I apologize for not attending in person, but a long-standing neuropathy has made it impossible for me to travel. I have received multiple awards for teaching, mentoring, and research in my life, but honestly, none has meant more to me than this singular honor. I think that it is because high school was such a formative part of my life. Topeka High School cemented my love of science and music and taught me how to perform in front of an audience, which is critical to teaching and to leadership in general. These are skills that made it possible for me to lead a division of nearly 100 Harvard faculty for 23 years. Leading Harvard faculty has been compared to herding cats, but I suspect that's true of faculties in general. All of us have teachers who have made a special impact on our lives, and I am no exception. Mr. Ellithorpe and Mr. Jones taught me chemistry. Mr. Ellithorpe taught me chemistry, and Mr. Jones taught me physics. Mrs. French taught me math. Their influence made me the scientist I am today. And when a few of us wanted to dip our toes into calculus, which was not taught in high school in those days, Mrs. Kingman volunteered to give up her free period to create a special course for us who were interested. But the two most influential teachers, without a doubt, were Mr. Fly and Miss Herrick. Mr. Fly taught me discipline and gave me a lifelong love of classical music and singing. This has brought me many moments of joy in my life. Ms. Herrick because she was Miss Herrick, one of the greatest English teachers ever. She taught me how to perform in public, and much more than that, she taught us about life. What college would be like, how to behave, how to care for others, and how to value diversity. I doubt if I would have become a physician and would have loved caring for children today, absent her guidance. And of course, there were my fellow students. There are far too many to name all of those who I admired as friends and colleagues and who helped me surmount the vicissitudes of adolescence. Dave Sundquist, Dave Sawyer, Dale Fox, and I formed a quartet. We made money singing at various Topeka venues and were even asked to tour nationally with the Ted Mack Original Amateur Hour. That was the summer after high school, and we decided we needed to start college instead. I worry that we don't appreciate how extraordinary this high school is architecturally. It puts most colleges to shame. The gorgeous stonework, the amazing entrance, and the bell tower, the beautiful library, and auditorium, which is better than many professional stages. I hope the citizens of Topeka appreciate this exceptional school and care for it properly. They could never replicate this beautiful building. I want to close with a poem by Ralph Waldo Emerson that Martha Herrick memorably imprinted on me. A poem I've slightly modified and tried to emulate over the decades. A poem that defines a successful life. In the winter of my life, I have thought of it even more often. To laugh often and much, to win the respect of intellectual people and the affection of children, to earn the appreciation of honest critics, to appreciate beauty, to find the best in others, to leave the world a bit better, whether by a healthy child, a garden patch, or a taught or mentored student. To know that even one life has breathed easier because you have lived here, that is to have succeeded. Thanks again for this honor. The Topeka High School Historical Society also recognizes distinguished faculty and staff members. This year, we recognized Judy Lloyd Shoemaker. Judy entered Topeka High School in the spring of 1971 as a full-time home economics teacher. During her 23 years at Topeka High School, she expanded the home economics curriculum to include classes in regional and international cooking, creative cooking, and meals and menus. Judy and her students also planned and catered hospitality rooms for sporting events such as basketball, volleyball, and wrestling. She hosted so many school receptions that she soon became known as the hostess with the mostest. Principal Ned Nussbaum said that groups from other schools loved to come to Topeka High School because we always had the best hospitality room. Courtesy of Judy, of course. While at Topeka High, Judy was the sponsor of several activities, including pep club, cheerleading, and student government. She directed the homecoming and royalty of court's halftime ceremonies and supervised the school election for student government. Judy joined a fellow teacher in developing a peer leadership class to teach students important leadership skills. This class was a precursor to what is now known as the LINK program. She developed and taught a workshop for district secretaries that emphasized culinary and communication skills and helped them gain an achievement award. Her favorite positive reinforcement strategy for students was the personalized up letters that she sent to parents of students who had raised their grade at least one letter from the previous quarter. During her time at Topeka High School, Judy was awarded commendations for facilitating academic excellence within USD 501 and received an Emporia State University Certificate of Honor. She was nominated by the Topeka JCs as an outstanding educator, and in 1993, she received the USD 501 Distinguished Staff Award. Judy also has the distinction of being the only known teacher to have been married in the beautiful historic Topeka High School library. Judy and her husband Robert now share their time between Arizona and Topeka. Principal Dick, it's my honor and privilege to present Judy Lloyd Shoemaker for the Topeka High School Distinguished Staff Award.
I'm so grateful to the Topeka High School Historical Society for this honor. In the spring of 1971, Kansas State University sent me to Topeka High School to student teach for 9 weeks. Shortly thereafter, I was offered a contract to teach home economics here and was given the choice of teaching cooking or sewing. That was a no-brainer for me because I love to cook and I hated to sew. And so began my 23-year love affair with Topeka High School and its students. My career at Topeka High ended in 1994 when I married a wonderful man in the most perfect setting for me, the beautiful Topeka High School library. I then moved with him to Arizona. Thank you to my dear friends and family for sharing today with me, and again, thank you to the Topeka High School Historical Society for this recognition.
Let's give one more round of applause for all those inductees. Now we're fortunate to have the Madrigals back up to sing the school song, and if you've forgotten the words, they're on the back of your program. We're only singing one verse. Thanks for coming and honoring the new members of this Hall of Fame class. Please join us for an informal reception in the main hall and visit the newly redecorated Hall of Fame room on the second floor. Thank you so much.